So, welcome. This is the moment you have all been waiting for. I did a post recently and I haven't given anything away yet. I say yet. Now what is this? This is a Terry's chocolate orange. Okay, this is the biggest clue that I could possibly give you to the location of the investment deal that we're going to be talking about today. And that is...
York.
York, in Yorkshire. Yeah, county town of Yorkshire, there we go. And I'm here with a very dear friend and someone that I've worked with for longer than I can possibly remember, Lauren Ireland from Lollipop. Welcome, nice to have you. And Lauren I've probably known 16, 17 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Lauren was at Savills in Canary Wharf and Whopping and then went to Berkeley Homes, and we've done a lot of business together throughout the years. So. When you brought this product, how excited was I?
Pretty excited.
I'm very excited.
I'm pretty excited as well.
I know, we're all excited, it's great.
We like dealing with quality, don't we, Ed?
Well, exactly, right. It's you know, it's so much easier for us to sell to people when you've got a product that you absolutely love and you're enthralled by. So,
passionate, yeah.
I guess let's start with York.
Why York? Why York indeed? I think historically we've seen that investors have to, they have to choose between a capital growth play and a yield proposition, pretty much like London. And right now we have the option of ticking both boxes, so it's like the perfect storm.
Brilliant, perfect. And also you've got a lot of people moving out of big cities like London. I mean, I know certainly from my own experience that a friend of mine lives not very far away from this actual development, and he's moved from his family from London back up north.
Yeah.
He was originally from Harrogate and he now lives in York and he absolutely loves it, and he can commute down in an hour and
45 minutes to London, but also they can commute to Leeds in 23 minutes, Manchester, Edinburgh. It's right in the centre of the country essentially.
Fantastic, and it's such a beautiful city.
Yeah.
And it's got so much going for it. It's going to be a giga city.
It's the UK's #1. It already is.
Fantastic.
Connected globally, 100 times faster than anywhere else in the UK.
Wow. So that will attract a lot of big industry as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and the city itself, I believe, has over 1 million visitors.
9 million visitors a year.
9 million visitors a year.
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
A huge amount of people. The city's only 200,000 inhabitants, so that's a lot of visitors. 70% of those have been domestic tourism lately, which is why there's been this flood of people wanting to move there, because they've been staycationing and then they realise, wow, this is somewhere I want to live.
It's really, again, like you say, it's aspirational. Yeah, completely. Okay, no, that's really interesting. And then my next question, really, and I already know this, but I'm going to ask Lauren, why Gasworks?
Gasworks. So York's not seen anything like Gasworks before.
No.
It's sort of like a London style luxury development that it's just not in the city. So you have the amenities of a luxury development. It looks beautiful. It's got loads of green outside green spaces, and that's been so important now. I think before developers even got planning, they didn't realise how important post-COVID it would be for people.
Absolutely, yeah. And also when you bring something like that to the area, it attracts a certain type of person, right? And you know from working for one of the biggest developers in the country that whose placemaking is next level, that then ends up growing your investment, because obviously the quality of people and it's a flow, right? The other thing that I think is very poignant to add is that I understand that York, you're not allowed to build anything higher than the Minster. So actually, this is how many?
6 stories.
6 stories.
But yeah, the views are not going to be obstructed from the top, from the penthouse views.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to look at the Minster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there? I can't remember actually. Are there roof gardens?
Yes, on the penthouses.
Ground and roof gardens on the penthouses. Amazing. So that's really good. Yeah. And in terms of the actual investment offering, we've got something rather special. It's
really, really special. It's a 7% net yield for 5 years. So we have a third-party company that's wanting to take as many units as we can actually sell them on a short-term, an AST lease for 5 years. Yeah. So they will be your company tenant.
Yeah, so that will be handed over. You'll sign a contract with them on exchange?
On exchange, yeah. So you're signed up, so no void period on completion.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, and that's something that I'm always very mindful of when I see things like that. It's almost like when the developer used to build it into the product, rent guarantees, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Which
We don't
isn't-
want that.
No, that's not.
This is better.
This is much better. I mean, this is a proper investment.
Yeah, third-party company wants to take them. I mean, the yields in the city are very strong, so obviously they'll be making their money, but they're willing to offer 7% net. So
and people don't have
everyone's
to take
going to make
that.
some money, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, totally. Yeah, and I mean, people, I assume, don't have to take the advantage of that.
No, you can go on an AST, which is around 5 to 5.5% if you want to rent it out yourself. But that's not a net, that's a gross.
And the capital increase, I believe, has been quoted by
Savills, 28.2% over the next 5 years. So before this completes, you're looking at 10-11% already.
So let me just do a quick calculation, okay? Say I bought a one-bedroom that was roughly about 260,000, 70,000, I put my 20% down on exchange. It's a £2,000 reservation. When I complete, they will take my unit and they will start renting it out. And I think from memory, I did the calculation that it was about an £800 net a month, which over 5 years is about £50,000. Your capital increase then, let's say 30%, because we were being conservative, is about £90,000.
Nice.
So that's a nice little return, right?
Decent.
Over 5 years.
Yeah, and it's likely the company is going to want to take it off your hands for more than 5 years, but if you want to exit, you can do that. You can sell it with the benefit of the lease partway through that 5 years if you like as well. But in a city with the sort of growth that it is experiencing, I wouldn't be selling anytime soon.
No, definitely not. No, it's an absolute, absolute gold dust type of investment product.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, if anybody wants to know a little bit more about that, then please do let me know. Either DM me if we're looking on Instagram or contact me on the usual number. Thanks very much for listening.